Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Capricorn's highest good. How is Capricorn feeling in this third week of January 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards, please. I might be able to get all these done, in one go. That would be great. Right, we've got the 8 of Swords reversed, so release from mental entrapment. So not all reversals are bad, some are positive. This is like feeling, it's having the illusion that you're stuck. Not being able to stop thinking about something, feeling hopeless about something when actually you've got the ability to move. If you're in a nightmare job, leave it. If you're in a nightmare relationship, leave it. You're not a tree, move. It's that sense of being imprisoned, but you're not actually. So Capricorn, you've realised that you can move, yeah? The Devil. Oh my God, you're showing up as your own major arcana. The Devil upright. You're very determined. You're very focused on something. You're in your power right now, okay? You're showing up as your own major arcana. If somebody else got the Devil, I'd say they're codependent, or they've got bad habits, or they're obsessed with something. But because it's your major arcana, I would just say that you are in your element right now. You're in your power, your personal power. It's the 4 of Cups, but it's reversed. So this is another positive reversal. So by that I mean, if it was the 4 of Cups upright, you would be closed off to anyone offering their cup of love to you. Anyone offering ideas or trying to help you. You're not closed off anymore because you've reversed this idea of shutting people out. So I think you're looking good, you're feeling good. You're feeling great, optimistic. You're open to love again. Let's get 3 for your person. The reason I haven't gone on other platforms, I just decided to do TikTok because I think there's a lot of people on YouTube that are against TikTok, and then there's a lot of people on TikTok that they might have a YouTube but they just love using TikTok. Some people really don't like TikTok as an app, they're suspicious of it. It's just like, it's probably like a younger person's platform. I mean, I'm like 40 this year and I've got a TikTok, but it took other people suggesting that I thought would never have a TikTok in a million years, and I love it now. So I just thought I'll get 2 very different sort of sets of viewers. I don't want anyone to miss out because I've just favoured one or the other. But I don't take on any more platforms because honestly, the same amount of time, and it takes hours and hours to film and record, the same amount of time has to be spent editing and uploading. So I can't manage like other platforms unless that was my full-time job. And I get it when it's someone's business that they upload to multiple platforms because they want to reach, as many people as possible. I can't do an Instagram as well. I can't do a Twitter as well. I can't do a Facebook as well because I have a full-time job teaching. So there's not enough hours, do you know what I mean? That's physically not possible. Knight of Cups upright. So someone wants to offer their cup of love. If it was Knight of Wands, they'd be interested in sex or just fancy you right now. If it was the Knight of Swords, they'd have a strong message to give you, and it could be good or bad. If it was the Knight of Pentacles, they want investment. The Knight of Cups is love. You know, like romantic, like Romeo vibes, like poetry. This person wants you specifically. There's something about your personality. There's something about the way you look, your voice. Maybe you're a really good person. Maybe you're really interesting. Maybe you're really impressive somehow. They want you specifically. There's a potential that they could fall in love. The Knight of Swords is an urgent message. It's being delivered on horseback and very, very quickly. And it's quite stormy, isn't it, the vibe? So it's like, I need to tell this person how I feel about them. Someone wants to offer emotion and they want to tell you stuff that's on their mind urgently. Ten of Swords. Oh my God, is it an ex or someone that you've rejected? Because they're very unhappy. They're very unhappy. It's the end of a cycle of pain. Maybe they're apologising to you. Why do they need to talk to you urgently? Why are they unhappy? If you're hung up on someone, Capricorn, they have got feelings for you and they want to speak to you urgently. Let's get 3 for the outcome. My feet are freezing. I've got wet hair from the shower. And it's just, I think the heating's been put off and I'm literally like freezing cold. Anyway, we're going to push through. Or should I go and pop the heating on? Ace of Pentacles reversed. There could have been a loss of a lot of money. Or someone could have let you down, big style. You know, like moved out of the home, so you've got to pay the whole rent, or they've taken themselves off the mortgage, you know, broken up with you, taken themselves off the mortgage, and now everything's like difficult for you. And you know, it's Pentacles, so it's money. So if you think of investment of time, energy, or money, that's there being a loss of time, energy, or money, isn't it? An Ace of Pentacles reversed is a large amount of time, money, or energy being lost. I think this is an ex, you know. I think you've been healing and they've got like an apology that they want to make and they can't stand it. Yeah, you've put them out in the cold and they can't stand it. 5 of Pentacles is like a loss of someone's time, energy, or money. It's either that or someone you know needs your help, but this is a love reading, so... Right, we've got the Queen of Wands and the Moon. The Queen of Wands is someone very seductive. The Queen of Wands is very good looking, very sexy, very ambitious. They could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They could be a Pisces because we've got the Moon, the major arcana for Pisces. I don't know if this is you or them, but someone is very passionate, very determined. They're afraid, but they're going to walk forwards anyway. They're going to approach anyway. Yeah, somebody wants communication, they want to share how they feel. They're feeling very desperate, very much outside in the cold. They could be a Pisces, they don't have to be. They could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they don't have to be. You may not have spoken for a long time because we've got, these like loss of pentacles and urgent message, 10 of swords. It seems that there's been a lot of pain, a lot of not talking, and then you're kind of at a point where it's like you're getting ready to kind of either accept communication from them or you want to deal with others, and just move forwards. It's like you're coming out of like the anxiety and the worry, and you're letting go of like the idea that you don't want anything to do with anyone. What's the nature of this connection, please, between the one that's showing up in Capricorn's reading and Capricorn? Engagement, your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. You could have been engaged or married to this person. You could have been dating them, thinking they're the one, I'm going to have a relationship with them, I'm going to, be with them in the future, like we're going to seriously invest. That Ace of Pentacles could have been a proposal. If someone rejected your proposal or you rejected theirs, that would make sense. They could be apologising if you proposed and they said no and they turned you down. They might think, oh my God, what have I done? I was just scared. Or they could have broken off an engagement and they could be having serious regrets. They might have just been afraid. That happens, It's not because they want to be with someone else or they want to be a player. They just get overwhelmed by the thought of like, such a serious commitment and how different life will be going forwards. And, if they can live up to, being someone's partner and all those responsibilities, it's not necessarily because they want to be with anyone else. Why has this person got the 10 of Swords? What was so painful for them? Yes, luck is on your side. What? Did they think that they were going to have better luck and love spell you've been bewitched? I think they got distracted, by other people after I've just like backed them up and said it's not necessarily that they wanted to be with someone else. They could have got distracted by someone else, and thought, well, I've got options, like why do I need to, I don't know. Give me another one, please. He could have got a bit cocky or a bit arrogant and just been like, well, why would I commit to you? People do that when they're young, like they can be foolish, They can do it when they're older and be foolish because they're just not an evolved sign, but... I've done it myself. When I moved to Dubai, I came home, felt really ungrounded, really desperate. I wanted, to be in a relationship, just to feel like I had something now that I'd moved back into the UK. And I started multi-dating. I was seeing different people at the same time. I was telling them about each other. They were getting pissed off. I ended up with no one. And then I thought I'd picked the wrong person and it was all messy. And yeah, that never works out doing that. That was a period where I kind of got cocky, but it was insecurity. And then I was like, oh my God, I've got loads of cups, got loads of options. And it just doesn't work out. Experiencing a breakup, divorce, yes, love spell. Yeah, I feel like someone withdrew from this relationship to go somewhere else and now they want to apologise. They don't like being out in the cold. They don't know why they took their investment away. It was a mistake. That's what that says to me. What does this person love about Capricorn? Perhaps they want to reunite with you and they would like to be engaged and have a future with you. Sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder. You know, you realise the grass is not greener on the other side. I'm a better person because of you. I feel more optimistic and full of life. Depends if you want them back, Capricorn. Let's get you one from here, because this is a deck that'll tell you right between the eyes. They'll tell you the truth. What's it called? It's Sea Melodies by Jessica Lee. Sea Melodies. Turbulence. The mind is murky in rough waters. So when everything's a bit messy, and you found out that someone's cheated or they've broken up with you and you found out they've already started dating someone else, your emotions are going to be all over the place and you don't want to be making decisions because you're angry, or you don't want to be making decisions because you miss them. You need to really stop and think about stuff when you're not feeling so emotional. Okay, let the dust settle. Look how much advice you've got. Prudence. Don't be lured by the siren song. If this person's very good looking, don't let that be a reason why. You know, you might think, yeah, but we look really good together. Or people do that. They do that. I've done it. You know, we can all be a bit shallow and think, yeah, but they're really good looking and like, I like how we look on photos. And, you know, if the person was spotty and ugly and, you know, I don't know, that's harsh on spotty people, but, you know, if they didn't look how they looked, would you be letting them get away with shit? Because you let a lot of people get away with a lot of shit, the better looking they are. And that's just, for some reason, we favour people because of, you know, we like looking at them, don't we? And they can treat us so badly and we let them get away with so much. You're not doing anyone any favours when you do that. You get your fingers burnt, you get your feelings hurt, they get cockier and cockier, and they treat you shitter and shitter. Okay, but sometimes we've got to go through that to learn our lessons, haven't we? I've done a lot of that, so I'm not judging you. Choose wisely, be discerning. You don't have to keep everything in your net. They're telling you to get rid. They're telling you to get rid of this bycatch. I'm a geographer and we do about sustainability, and bycatch is when you're looking for, you know, a beautiful, big kind of cod to feed your family with, and what you catch is jellyfish, turtles, you know, sharks. You know, you're looking for a prize tuna and you catch, you know, an old boot. You end up with a load of shite in your net. Okay, you got to throw the bycatch back. Do not keep hold of what is not supposed to be yours, because frankly they're not up to it. Strength. Stay afloat and feel steady and calm. Okay, if you need to be alone rather than be with someone who is a cheater, a liar, a stealer, manipulator. If you need to be alone and you don't want to be single right now, it's tough. You know, don't stay in something that's bad for you. Flow. Let your worries drift away. Chill out, because life is, frankly, without seatbelts, there's going to be rough times. You're not the first, you won't be the last to be duped by someone because they were good looking. It's how people get by. They use their looks, they use their age, they use loads of tricks, you know, to sort of get forgiven many, 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 many times. Accept what's happened, but you don't need to stay involved with them, okay? Things won't change if you don't change. Reflect. Takes us nicely onto this one. Peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. Have a think about what you might be doing to facilitate this situation. Have you been pacifying this person? Have you been people pleasing? Have you been, you know, giving them your credit card or your debit card? Have you been buying them things that they don't really deserve? Have you been overgiving? Have you been complimenting them on what they look like and laughing at all their jokes and making yourself available to them all the time? Because it's not that you're doing it wrong, it's just that you're giving all that lovely stuff to the wrong person, someone that doesn't deserve it. You need to give all that lovely stuff to a person that does deserve it, to someone who's giving all that lovely stuff to you, okay? Not someone who's just, you know, got their hands out like grab, grab, grab. Determination. Don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. Okay, so that feeling of being marooned and you've got to wait for the tide to go back out so you can walk back to shore. It's all going to change with time. You know it will. They're just patterns, aren't they? These difficult phases in life, they come and they go. You know, the tide comes in, the tide goes out. The sun sets, the sun rises again. Okay, so sure as night will turn into day again, this situation will pass. You will be okay again. I like that. You got a lot of advice. It does seem to be giving you a warning not to take this person back. If they cheated, if they took you for granted, if they rejected your proposal, something like that, don't take them back. They're doing it because they're expecting you to take them back, okay? Let's get you some other advice cards, although you've had a lot out of that. Cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know that there's like a resounding message here from all these different oracle decks. You need to take back your power. You could have the devil showing up because you can't say no to this person. You know they're wrong for you. You know that they don't treat you right. You know that they keep coming back like a bad penny. People get cocky, and you know how they treat you. Every time you take them back, they treat you less, 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 less. They give you less. They make you feel less. It's a bad, bad thing to do. You won't be the first person to keep getting involved with someone who's bad for you. You won't be the last. So you can forgive yourself. But as soon as you stop, as soon as you close that door for good, you'll get balance back. You'll start to have better luck. You'll have a drama-free life. I promise you. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and you know what to do, Capricorn. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. If you did propose, take that ring, melt it down, get it made into something else. Something for yourself, you know? And hold on to it because the value of gold is going up. Mindful messages, releasing anger. Anger is a natural emotion, but I recognise that holding on to it can be toxic for me. I look at the person who has caused me pain and see them as the human being that they are. I release the anger I feel and free myself, freeing myself and expanding to love. You're definitely angry with someone for how they treat you. People who behave wrongly towards you, and we can all do that because I've told you I multi-dated and I played people against each other. I made people compete for my attention. I was coming from a place where I felt very weak and I liked the attention. I was scared, I wasn't confident about my future. I was playing by numbers, okay? And I'm not a terrible person, I've just been through a lot. I'm just being honest, you know, like people go through phases like this. They play by numbers, they're scared, they don't feel like things are going to go right for them. It's what people do because they're human, okay? So the fact that they've seen you as a good option means you're nice looking, you're doing well for yourself, you know, they think you're someone to be with. So that's the positive to take from it. But you need to draw boundaries and, you know, say, I'm not being treated like that. I'm sorry. I don't see you in a very nice way anymore. And you never have to speak to them again. You know, when you're angry, if you stay angry, it kind of like rots your brain. That stress hormone, that cortisol, it puts you in that fight mode, that fight or flight, makes your nervous system shot. So you're going to get weaker and weaker the more you think about it and the more you hold on to it. It's all right to be angry for a while, but then you've got to, for your own sake, just go, oh my God, I've got so much going for me. I've got such a bright future ahead of me. I'm going places. And you just shift your mindset, reframe, you know, what's happened, because that person's got some work to do on themselves. You're going places, you're someone to be with, and you get to choose your future. You're in the driving seat, so frame it, okay? It's not I got played, I got left, I got rejected. It's wow, I swerved. Someone who really isn't evolved right now. They're really not in a good place, and they wouldn't have been with me for the right reasons. It would have finished again anyway when they got bored or realised, you know, that they wanted to date other people at the same time. Like, think about how really bad it could have gone if it had continued. Think about all people that are out there that you could now be with, that you're now available for, like someone that deserves you. Like, think about all the stuff that's going well, all the people that you've got in your life that are there for you, that you have fun with, that they're loyal, that you don't have to kind of like take time with them getting to know you. Like, they've known you for years and it's just always good when you see them, no matter how long it's been. Like, think about if it's a really beautiful day, how grateful you are for the nice weather. Like, if work's going well, be appreciative of that. If your health is going good, be appreciative of that. There's loads of stuff that's going good for you, and that's why this person wants to come back to you, but it's because it makes their life better, not yours, and that's not in your best interests, okay? Coming my way, unique opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me. I attract I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. When you let go of anger, you start allowing happiness, in your ether, in your body. Every fibre of your being becomes free of cortisol. I love watching Modern Family. Oh my God, it makes me laugh so much. I love doing my hobbies. I love my side hustle. I love my job on Sundays. On Sundays, I get headaches from it. I love connecting with friends and family. I'm appreciative of my health while I have good health, because one day I'll be in a nursing home, all struggling. And, I'll be really, really a lot older. I might think I'm old now. I'm sure in another 40 years, my perspective will be totally different. And I'll wish that I was 40. I'm 40 this year, guys. So it's all relative. And there's loads more good stuff to come. So Spirit's really urging you to raise your vibrations, let go of the anger of whatever went down here. What haven't I picked from? I think... Okay, one final one. One final advice. Fogged in. Go slow and take your time. You haven't got to achieve anything by certain dates. It's all relative. We think from a perspective of all the years that we've had until the age that we are now. Fast forward to being very, very, very elderly. Have a think about what age people wish they were, and I guarantee it'll be the age that you are now. You've got all the time in the world. You don't want to rush in to stuff because you've got a deadline for yourself by when you want to be married. You've got a deadline by the time I'm this age, I want X amount of children. By the time, I'm this age, I want to be a millionaire. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to pick the wrong ventures. You're going to pick the wrong people. If you don't rush into it, it's okay, isn't it? You never got to see them again. But if you marry them and you have kids with them, you might have to deal with them forever. So don't rush into anything. Stop being in such a rush. All the people who were in my year in school, in high school, that rushed into being a grown-up when they were still a kid. They were still a kid. It's all come back on them, 10 times harder. I see them around, I don't want to see them. I bump into them. And they look like they've had a hard life. I'm telling you. Don't rush anything. Don't rush it. Everyone's got their own journey, and you need to be patient. You need to make good decisions. And you can't go too slow, but you can go too fast. Think about all the celebrities who get married after a few months of dating. And I mean, dating, if you're a celebrity, you've probably had 2 dates over 3 months. It's pathetic, really. And they're getting houses together. They're getting into marriages, having multiple children together, and they live across the world from each other. Then they're walking in their shoes, and we don't know what it's like to be them. So, but you can't be influenced by people like that, because we have got all the time in the world. We have got more stability. We've got more support networks around us. We're not working away from home for long periods. There's the odd people that are, because I've lived abroad and stuff, and it is tough. But just try to slow yourself down. Be patient until someone shows you proof and is a person of their word, and you meet their family and you've sussed everything out, and they always pay their way. They're always on time. Until they've proven themselves, you should not be getting all carried away with kinds of commitments and stuff. Don't do it. I'm going to leave that there. Let's go on to Aquarius. And you know what? If you feel like you have rushed into something, you can always undo it, can't you? You know? You've always got choices in life. You have always got a choice. Never ever tell your children that they've made their bed, they got to lie in it now. Because you don't know what they're experiencing. You don't know how someone's treating them. Who cares how much you spent on a wedding? You know, that's a very old-fashioned mindset, isn't it? People used to say, well, we've paid for the wedding now, you've got to do it. But goodness knows what goes on behind closed doors. And if we're honest, we've made the mistakes that they've made, you know. Being charmed by someone who said all the right things, did all the right things. I tell you what, it's priceless, the wisdom that you get off parents, because if they're parents like mine, they've experienced, you know, things that I've experienced before me. And they're very forgiving. They understand, you know, the reasons why we make the choices that we make. And they don't judge. And, like, to be honest, that's been the thing I've appreciated the most, is, like, I can tell them stuff because I know they won't judge me for it. And they'll even, like, tell me things that they've done when they were younger and how they felt. And it's so healthy, honestly. Like, I hope that one day if I have children that they feel they can talk to me like that and be so open, and that, you know, I can share my experiences with them the way that I share them with you guys, the way that I share them with my students in school. Being able to be there for someone is a privilege, you know, especially people that you care about what happens to them, you know. Okay, spirit.